World War I, the war to end all wars. A conflict so devastating it scarred the Earth and humanity forever. Over 65 million men were mobilized, and more than 15 million lives were extinguished in the chaos of industrialized slaughter. This wasn't just a war of soldiers, it was a war of machines, trenches, and unthinkable human suffering. In muddy trenches stretching from the North Sea to the Alps, men lived and died in hellish conditions. Rats thrived where humans couldn't, feeding on the dead. The air reeked of death, fear, and the poison gas that crept silently through the night. There was no glory here, only survival, and even that was fleeting. Across the no man's land, hope was as barren as the shattered trees and blood-soaked soil. This was war on a scale the world had never seen. An unrelenting nightmare that changed everything. It was here, in the abyss of disrepair, that humanity's darkest hours unfolded. In this double feature episode, we'll journey into the heart of France's battle at Verdun, exploring the legendary Fort de Vaux and its nearby Museum of War. We'll compare in-game visuals to real-life footage, bringing history to life like never before. Join me as we step back in time to uncover the stories behind these iconic sites. If you enjoy this content and want to support the channel, consider becoming a channel member. You'll get access to exclusive perks like shoutouts and your name titled in the credits. Your support helps me keep creating these videos. The link is in the description. Alright, so we just entered the fort. Oh, cool. Yeah. Here's all the beds. Oh, this is amazing. I love Battlefield because it's absolutely one of my favorite video games of all time. And this right here is called Fort de Vaux. And it is one of my favorite Battlefield maps of all time. So this is really bringing back some memories. What is this all about? I wish I could translate everything down here, but I cannot. I don't have service. Here's a shot of all the soldiers. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to use my flash in here or my flashlight. I don't know why, but that's just what they told me. So, gotta pay attention to the rules. You can see here where all the soldiers slept. They actually had some pretty decent sized beds. Like, not bad at all. This is more like a double stacked. That's cool too. Fort de Vaux is one of my most favorite maps in Battlefield 1, largely because of the compelling history tied to its fiercely contested site during World War I, and not to mention its close quarters combat. Starting on June 1st, 1916, French Major Sylvain Eugene Renault and about 150 soldiers heroically held out against the relentless German assault for 6 grueling days. Over 300,000 French and German soldiers lost their lives during the Battle of Verdun. Many died on the fields near Fort de Vaux or within its shadowy depths. My curiosity about how the real Fort de Vaux compared to its portrayal in Battlefield 1 had lingered for years. So when the opportunity arose to visit the site, I couldn't resist viewing it through the lens of the game. Sadly, due to the extensive damage the fort endured during World War I, large portions of it were either inaccessible or restricted. I'll be back in just a bit to finish the story, but for right now, let's keep exploring and see what we can find. This room's kind of weird because they had
Like these little chain hooks hanging from the ceiling. I don't know what they use this room for, but we can only imagine. There's the old lights too. Oh, and look, this right here kind of explains what this room was used for right here. It looks like a soldier's kind of looking in through the gate right here, and look at all the dead bodies just laying on the floor. Could you imagine how many dead bodies were down here when they were having war? Oh, look. Oh, wow. It's a little grave site for somebody. Unfortunately, you can't get in here. It is all blocked off. I love this. This is so cool. Look at all the limestone and stuff. All the stalagmites and stalactites.
The powdery substance you're seeing here is chloride of lime. It was used for disease and infection spreading in the trenches. It was also used to wash uniforms and to treat decontaminations in the squads.
Unfortunately, I have to translate this sign through Google, so let's see. It says, an officer finds himself in exceptional circumstances. And if you look through this window right here, this is what it looks like. I think this is almost like an emergency room, like if they had to make a phone call or something to somebody, like one of the soldiers, give them certain commands, this would be the room they would do it in. I'm pretty sure. Sound off in the comments, but your guess is only as good as mine. That's the way we came in. Let's go over here. And I was gonna go straight ahead, but now it looks like we have to go this way. I think this was the first aid room. Yeah, look, there it is right there. Almost like a little mini hospital inside this place. Yeah, and that's exactly what it was. Oh, that looks creepy. I love it though. Yeah, this is where they got operated on. If you got wounded in war, you would come here, and it's almost like a nurse's station slash hospital, like a mini hospital. And look, there's all the soldiers. I wish I had time to translate all this stuff, but I just don't. But this is great. Oh, this is cool. You get to get all up close and personal. That's what the kind of soldiers look like right here. Look, they're all dying. Oh, that is freaky. What is in here? This looks like a cave system almost. Oh, this is one of the rooms for the soldiers, I think. Wait, hold on. I really got to translate this. Let's see what it says. Oh, no, I don't have service, so I can't translate it down here. Dang it.
The sign translates into commanders of Fort de Vaux.
This is one of the rooms for one of the soldiers. Almost looks like a pantry or cupboard. Hey, you know what this pigeon's used for? To deliver messages. So let's just say if somebody was in trouble, like one of the soldiers, that would use this pigeon of war and connect a letter to his feet, and he would deliver it to the commander.
Through the internet.
Through the internet, yeah.
Son, do you understand me? Sir! Messenger pigeon! Incoming fire! Message coming!
Orders! Sir, new fire mission. It's Tempton, sir. Sir! 3, 6, 4, turn!
Here it comes, boys. Nice serving with your lads.
Alright, so let's go down here, see what we got. Oh, it is a little slippery. Oh man. Are you sure this is legal? Oh yeah, there isn't nothing down here. So what did they use this for, do you know? No.
It's a ladder.
What do
broken.
what do you do with the ladder?
It's all broken.
You go up it or down it? Can't tell.
I think it goes down. Whoa.
It goes way down.
Oh my god. That's really fun.
That's really fun. No wonder why they got this blocked off. What's up here? Oh, you can't go up there. That's all locked too. Those are scratches?
Yeah.
Why are they scratched?
The military people. They
Oh.
wrote gang, 1995.
Bro, that has nothing to do with this. I'm leaving that part. I wonder, did it always leak like this? Oh, I just got dripped on.
That's a crack. That wasn't there before.
It's like slimy. Oh, this almost looks like a cave system or something. I really want to go down here
You
though.
could fit down there?
Can I fit in there?
Yeah.
No.
It's doable, but it's not easy.
Bro wants to
These are
urbex where we're not supposed to be urbexing.
But it looks so cool though.
It does look cool.
There's even a step missing. That's how you know it's good.
Yeah.
What stands out to me about Fort de Vaux' portrayal in Battlefield 1 is its scale. In reality, the fort is much smaller than it appears in the game, with tighter rooms and far more cramped, narrow hallways. That said, there are several striking similarities, particularly in the barracks, which DICE recreated almost exactly in terms of appearance and placement. Beyond the barracks, turret location, and magazine depot, the game's layout of the fort diverges significantly from the real-life structure. This was likely a deliberate choice for gameplay purposes, as a faithful recreation of Fort de Vaux might have not provided a fun or balanced experience, something the Germans themselves discovered during World War I.
Well, it's getting in like a haunted house down here now. Look at it.
That's because the light went out.
The light went out.
It's a band out.
Did they have lights back then, bro?
Not
Oh, shoosh. All right. So this is what this means in English, right? Captain, how you say that word?
Tipperot?
Tipperot? I don't know. What is this, a glory hole or something? Hey, you get to look out in the parking lot.
I think that might be the emergency key for the lock. But it sets off an alarm.
Well, don't do it. Oh, this is part of the outside here. I didn't even know that. Looks cool though. All right, we're descending deeper into the fort. And you have a couple of passageways here. Let's hang a right. I can't see a dang thing in here. I need my light, bro. This must have been one of the holding rooms, maybe. That light is burnt out. I don't know what they use this for. Maybe an interrogation room? Who knows? It's very loud in here. And they just kind of go off into these rooms too. Oh, wow. All right, so continuing on with the tour, we have this room right here, and I think this is part of the shower room. What do you think?
Or pooping.
Oh, it might have been toilets, yeah. Oh, you know what? I think you might have been right. This could have been a toilet. And they would just put their feet right here and backs against the wall and just let it rip, huh?
It looks like somebody's got some doo-doo stain right there.
R. Kelly's doo-doo butter.
The appearance of Fort de Vaux in Battlefield 1 closely reflects the fort during the early Germans' attempt to capture it. Today, however, the fort bears further scars of destruction, with the walls protecting the barracks and much of the defense ditch having been obliterated by artillery. After recapturing the fort, the French reinforced the barrack entrances with masonry baffles and machine guns. Inside the fort, Battlefield 1's design is more akin to World War II fortifications, like those of the Maginot Line, but in real life, the structure takes on a distinctive medieval appearance. During the initial German attacks, when the French defenders ran out of water, they resorted to licking condensation off the walls. Comparing this to similar structures like Fort de Vaux highlights the moisture levels in the underground fortress, where defenders lived like cave dwellers, cold, damp, and rarely seeing sunlight. Fort de Vaux was equipped with 75mm gun turrets on its north side, which was destroyed early on in the fighting, but still appears in Battlefield 1. The game also features the observation posts on both sides of the fort, but they're inaccessible in the game. Additionally, the bathrooms in Battlefield 1 are modeled closely after the real-world counterparts, even down to the toilet designs. While I didn't find the isolation room, the hospital within the fort seemed well stocked. The ditches surrounding the fort now form a walking path, but also showcase the height of the walls during battle, which the game accurately depicts. However, the counterscarp bunkers guarding the ditches are missing from the game. The northeastern bunker where the Germans actually entered Fort de Vaux was a site of intense hand-to-hand combat and flamethrower attacks. Today, scars from the fighting still remain inside the fort, though some damage has been repaired. The French defenders also constructed barricades in the hallways once the Germans began to breach the fort.
Here we go. Just like we saw down at the other end of the hall, this is a pigeon of war, and they would deliver the messages. Just in case you were in trouble, it says, "Help, this is my last pigeon." It's cold down this hallway, huh? This don't even look like part of the fort anymore.
You missed an exit.
Huh?
You missed the door.
Is it open?
No,
Oh.
it's locked.
Let's.
Part of the fort that you can't get to.
No. Oh, the ceiling's getting lower. Surrender? Why would you want to surrender? Right, so finally we have the cannons. This is what they shot with when they were in war. Let's take a look at it. Oh, this is how you would move it. This thing is mobile, somewhat. I wonder if it still moves. No, it does not. Let me see. No. Yeah, I think it's bolted to the ground. Or either that or rusted. Isn't that cool? Dude, could you imagine how much noise this thing would have made in here? Being that it's this small room like that, an echo. Yeah, this is an absolute beast right here. This is a way into the basement? Oh. I wonder if it really is a way into the basement. Oh yeah, it is. I don't think I can go down there though. Inside we have the second cannon, it looks like. And this place had many cannons, but they're only going to show us two, unfortunately. these two right here. So that's the abandoned part back there. Fortunately, it's blocked off. And could you imagine, like, all this that we're standing on right now is Fort de Vaux. It don't look like it, just looks like a grassy field filled with hills and whatnot, but right underneath is where the behemoth lies. Here, you would have a little lookout thing where the soldiers hid underneath ground, and it'll be impossible for these bullets to go through because this is made out of solid steel. And what gets me, I think soldiers probably took a training class back in the day on how to balance themselves whenever they were running up and down these hills, because it's so narrow and so skinny. Here, let me show you. It's the little narrow path going all the way over here. And just about every day in France is a rainy day, so unfortunately, that's when you slip. But you got to think about trench foot too in the war. When soldiers got their feet wet, they would grow bacteria on their feet. And since it's raining almost every day in France, that's one of the downsides of war. You get trench foot. You sure you can't get this open? Oh no, it's locked too.
Bro, I don't even know how they locked it.
I know.
I can't even reach it.
I know, and we want to discover what that thing is in there. It looks like a sword. Let me zoom in a little bit further. That's a legit sword. Why is it painted white though?
And there's an underground section and the cannons and everything. They didn't even include this in the two.
I know, I wonder why.
Before we wrap up this episode, I wanted to include a special bonus, a look inside Fort de Vaux museum. Here, you'll find an impressive collection of artifacts, including many weapons that closely resemble those featured in the game. It's a fascinating way to connect the history of the fort with its depiction in the Battlefield 1 game.
Look at this. I remember this from the Battlefield games. This was the flamethrower guy, the sentry kit right here. You know how I know that? That's the helmet for it. And this is the tank that went on the guy's back for the flame and the gas. He even has the nozzle on it too. And here's the all-time famous gas mask. You don't want to go through that green gas, or it's gonna get you and kill you. And here's one of their artillery guns too. This is insane. And I like how they did the details with all the mud and blood right there. They made the mud actually look like mud. And these are all the loadouts the French soldiers used to use too. You got shoes, you got a canteen right there, a backpack, even a little cooking pot. I think that one was called the Bulldog revolver, if I had to say so myself. Oh yes, the Shoshat right there. Moving along with the tour, this is some of their weapons that they used to use. In war, they could use whatever they want, machetes, shovels, pickaxes. They're right here. This looks like a sentry kit. That's exactly what that was. Look how much armor the sentry kits used to have. Yep, this is all part of it. Oh, this is amazing. They even had the bayonets you can attach to the guns too. Combat fighting. Yeah, these are the different weapons they used to stab you with. Look at all these. This is cool. They even had some World War I grenades right here. Had the whole collection. Look at all that. Oh, I see a gas grenade. This is what the soldiers used to call for help. Look, it's showing him right there. If they had to radio in somebody, they would use these right here. Even this little searchlight. Oh, I didn't know the French made this. Oh, you even have the pigeon of war too. And you see that thing strapped along his ankle right there? That little bitty thing right there, that's where they keep the messages. And the birds will be trained to deliver messages. And look, we even have the syringe too. The famous syringe you can magically kill people with in the game. We even have the badge of honors too. When you completed a mission in war, they rewarded you with these. think that's the LMG 0818, I want to say. I could be wrong, or either I'm getting it mixed up with the M1917. It's one of the two. Who remembers the big behemoth in the game? That's one of them right there, the blimp. Oh, it's a monster. Looks like we got another blimp right there. Oh man, they got one all decked out. It looks like we have a wall of doors. I have no idea what all this is, but it looks cool as hell. This looks like outside, maybe. I don't know what this is. Some kind of hall. Can we go out this way?
Overall, I think DICE, the game developers, did an impressive job recreating Fort de Vaux in Battlefield 1, despite making some adjustments for gameplay purposes. Today, Fort de Vaux is gradually being reclaimed by nature, but the scars of the battles fought there over a century ago remain unmistakable. At first glance, the surrounding land near the fort seems to have healed, with lush trees and grass covering the area. However, this is all new growth, and the damage to the landscape is still evident. Artillery craters and remnants of trench lines can still be seen, hidden among the forest, serving as a frightening reminder of the fort's turbulent past. Thank you for watching.